to sneak up on your enemies is to make them think that they already won. Sneak attack. What the fuck, man? Couldn't get rid of me that easy, motherfucker, right? Don't try no stupid shit. We got Tyreek.
We knew this guy Breeze when we were kids. He came up with Ghost. He said the kid had the ability to disappear. Never saw him coming, you never saw him leave.
From Unique's perspective, he's probably thinking that he could have moved smarter around Ronnie, which is why he takes on this persona of Breeze, because now he's realizing that if his own brother could do this to him, pretty much anybody in Southside Jamaica, Queens, could come towards him like this, which is why I believe that he kept such a low profile, which ultimately led to his demise, because Ghost studied everything that he taught him and knew exactly where to find them, like Kanan said.
Your pops knew the Breeze would be here at 7 o'clock, West Jeopardy.
Which is why I believe that Kanan was so disturbed by Ghost betraying someone that he trusted. Look back at the OG series, look how disturbed Kanan was about what Ghost did to his friend, someone that Kanan considered his friend.
Why wouldn't he want to take out the boss? It's the same shit you did to Breeze. You gonna rob your own friend. Why that don't surprise me?
And I believe that the reason that he was so disturbed and still talked about Breeze's death with Ghost, the person who took him out, was because Breeze's death reminded him of Ronnie. And the last time that he saw Ronnie was also the last time that he saw his own father alive. And Raquel took out in front of him. Think about this. Pay some thought to this. It's all starting to add up at this point. Tommy was also annoyed by this. We see it in his face. Same reason that two kids would take out the boss.
Why would Roland do it? We've known him for years. Come on, man.
Same reason two former corner boys looked Breeze in the face and shot him in the fucking head.
This was clearly someone older than them. Think about it. Remember, Kanan said clearly that Breeze was strong, but he wasn't smart.
Breeze was strong, but he wasn't smart. The same routine every day.
We literally just saw that from Unique's character. He didn't make a smart move, but he was still strong. Breeze was strong, but he wasn't smart. This is clearly Breeze right here. Unique, from what we've seen, he does have a lot of smart moments, but remember, Raquel snatched the game away from him at a certain point, and he had nothing, not a smart move. This is clearly Breeze right here. One other thing that really confirms that Breeze was obviously an older person, a mentor to Kanan, was how comfortable Kanan was around Tariq. Someone that was older than him took him under his wing and showed him how to get around Southside Jamaica, Queens. The parallels are already showing themselves. This is clearly the direction that things are going to take. Unique is clearly Breeze at this point. This is not D with his brother at this point. Like, really, cut that noise off. Like, at this point, just stop it. Like, they established Unique the right way. Cut that BS out at this point. Like, seriously, like, this is Breeze at this point. It would be so corny for some random new character to come in and some random season and then all of a sudden have Kanan work under that person. That would be so corny at this point. The showrunner was confirming that this is Breeze. This is clearly Breeze right here. In order for Ghost to have successfully faked his death, he would have had to learn the game from somebody who knows it the best. As the person who made the theory of Ghost still being alive all those years ago, I can see this guy clearly being the person who taught him everything that he knew. They reviewed him in the same fashion that we always saw Ghost do his dirty work. For a very specific reason. Creeping up on people, black hoodie. There's a meaning behind all of this. With the way that they had Ronnie get his hands dirty, and the way that they were establishing him, it was either going to be him or Unique. Because the showrunner confirmed it on his Instagram right as the finale was finished filming. That's why he posted that in the previous video, is because the showrunner actually posted that to his Instagram on March when they wrapped up production for the season. And he was clearly confirming that Breeze with his airplane has arrived. Breeze has arrived this season. And clearly, with Unique arriving once again at the very end, he's clearly telling us that this is Breeze. And we know that he's Breeze because the production photos have shown him in the same exact blog where Kanan is running his business. Now, he could have easily been somewhere where he's known to be doing business with Raquel, but he's really interested in doing business with Kanan for a very specific reason, and I feel like it's because Kanan took out someone that he wanted to take out. But Kanan did this in advance, and I feel like he's impressed at the end of the day that Kanan was able to, trick Ronnie, because I'm pretty sure that Unique was watching Ronnie this entire time. Now, a lot of people that have theories about who Breeze is, a lot of people have mentioned D-West's brother. There has not been any episode since season 1 where D-West's brother has been mentioned. Y'all need to cut that out. I mean, a random kid is not going to come in and step up to both Raquel and Unique. They're running Southside. Kanan said that Breeze was the boss. Think about that. That was the last person that Ghost hit to be in that position that he was in, that we saw him in back then. Tommy referred to Breeze as being a guy, an older guy.
We knew this guy Breeze when we were kids. He came up with Ghost.
I just don't see some random character coming in, taking out Raquel from her position, taking out Unique from his position. I do believe that Raquel's time is up. I still believe that. The title of the show is now Raquel Raising Kanan. It's called Raising Kanan. There's going to be a shift eventually. Because Ghost not once did he ever mention Raquel. And we know how Raquel is always on top of Kanan. Not once did Ghost ever talk about his mother, or even, Tommy talked about his mother. There's going to be a certain time when Raquel is not around, and I believe that Unique might feel a way about her not really looking out for him. And now that he went through a really, tough time recovering, he may not have the same power that he once had. Now let me explain why he takes on the identity of Breeze. Obviously, for anybody in the streets, they want to evolve eventually. That's one of the key things people from the streets like to do. They like to evolve. That's one of the key elements that 50 Cent talked about from his book, Evolve or Die. Unique is going to evolve as a person. He's clearly not the same person. You can see it in his face. He's wearing all black. The way he's moving, sneaking up in places. His approach is different. We saw a lot of that same exact style, the hoodie on, coming from Ghost back then. So they are clearly mirroring the same characteristics with Unique's new portrayal from what we saw from Ghost. And I feel like I said, there's going to be some imbalance of power between Raquel and Unique. I feel like I said, he's going to feel some type of way about Raquel not really looking for him. Not really trying to, figure out what really happened and get into the bottom of things. I feel like he's going to be fascinated by the fact that she was always on top of her kid. And that's what's going to attract him to Kanan, because he's seeing how Kanan is running his business, how he basically manipulated Raquel to getting $500,000. Vice versa, Raquel might feel a way about him doing business with Kanan. We know how she is with her kid. She doesn't want him in the streets, and she might feel a way about Unique being on his block, doing business with him. And that's where the downfall between Unique and Raquel is going to start. I'm pretty sure that he was watching everything that played out in that night. He was clearly somewhere around that area because this was only seconds after pretty much everything popped off. The police were not there yet. So he was clearly watching everything. He was watching Raquel. And I'm pretty sure, like I said, he was fascinated by what Kanan did. Which is why we see him here on this set photo. He's interested in doing business with Kanan. And I don't see some random kid, AKD, his brother, coming in, which is really corny. I mean, some random kid stepping up to Unique at this point. We already saw what could have happened to him if he died. He didn't die. I don't see... TV shows don't usually do that. They don't repeat the same scenarios over and over again. We already saw what could have happened, you know, with Unique's character when it came to his death. So obviously, the producers have more in store for him. And it's going to be interesting to see the parallels between him and Ghost. The more appropriate person to take him out at this point is someone who can move just like him, aka Ghost. Think about that. And about this shot right here, Ghost and Tommy. I'm pretty sure that this is Tommy. However, I'm not really too sure and confident about this being Ghost yet. But I do know that this is Tommy because on this very same episode that we saw him for the first time, there's the graffiti that says Tommy. And back in the OG series, remember when Ghost was speaking with Uncle Gabe? He was telling him that Tommy was basically the only white kid in the neighborhood.
I went to live with Tommy. Remember him, Uncle Gabe? Only white boy in the neighborhood, Tommy. Yeah. Only white boy in the neighborhood, Tommy.
Yeah. The only white kid. This is clearly Tommy right here. The story is really starting to come together. And when it comes to Unique and Raquel's character, like I've mentioned before, I believe that time is up for Raquel at this point. Raising Kanan is actually a depiction of 50 Cent's early life, and one of the great examples that we can follow to predict what's going to happen next in Raising Kanan is Get Rich or Die Trying. The similarities are too, similar. I mean, we have Raquel in the car here. She's with this guy, and the guy eventually takes her out. And there's going to be some symbolism between how Ghost attacked Kanan back then, and how this was probably why he was able to escape that fire, because he probably tried to save Raquel from a fire. That's the same way that 50's mother went out and Get Rich or Die Trying. If you pay attention to the scenes, they're really similar. They're basically paying homage to that film as well, but obviously to 50 Cent's story, but they're paying homage at the same time to that particular film, in my opinion. And it's going to be interesting to see, like I said, what happens with Raquel's character. I don't see her surviving this series. And the only way that I feel season 4 will have a shocking ending like this is if something happens to Raquel. This clearly is going to have a really negative effect on Kanan as a character. Man, that was a great finale. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. This is Breeze, guys. I mean, there's no other way around it at this point. It was either Ronnie or Unique. The showrunner already posted this online. That's what I was really referring to in my previous video. This is Breeze. They established him the right way. He faked his death just like Ghost did. Ghost was someone who studied the game like nobody else, and he clearly learned it from the best player. And get ready to watch the most shocking theory that I've ever put together on this channel. Ghost is watching Tariq Part 2, premieres tomorrow. Stay tuned.
Maniac beat.
Moving, cruising, you and gang who you fooling. Up burgers are shooting, off the Henny on moving, cruising. Louis Drip exclusive. Up burgers are shooting, off the Henny on moving. I pop a perk and start shooting. Off the Henny, I'm moving, cruising. Louis Drip exclusive. I pop a perk and start shooting.